Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Boardsy, and in this video, I'm going to be doing an initial impressions of the G Pro Wireless Superlight. I unboxed it on stream yesterday. It was fucking sick. And I'm definitely going to be doing all of like my future unboxings on stream. So if you don't follow me already, fucking link in the description. Amazing streams. I'm even better at streaming than I am at mouse reviewing. Just kidding, that's fucking impossible. But real shit, this is probably the best mouse I've ever used. People were really shitting on it, being like, oh, it's just a lighter G Pro wireless, oh, $150, oh, micro USB. And yeah, but like, man, having this mouse in hand, it feels absolutely fucking perfect. Like, the build quality is top tier. This mouse, like, it legit feels exactly as strong as my 80-gram G Pro wireless did. They no longer pander to disabled people. Man, that's probably the best part about this mouse. And like the side buttons are fucking dog shit. And that's a shame because so many Fortnite pros are gonna wind up buying this mouse and you're just gonna have the same fucking dog shit side buttons that you had on like the when they were connected through like magnets or whatever. I figured once they ditched that they would get better, but unfortunately they did not. So side buttons are legit the only flaw. Actually, I don't know. I'll talk about this. My clicks in actual use, they're perfectly fine, pretty snappy. I believe they are Omron 20Ms, the fucking F something 1 edition, with like a silver plating. So there's not going to be double clicking issues. These are not 50Ms. But I do have some issue with like the play on my clicks after I click the mouse down. Like beforehand, it is very minimal, legit does not cause any issues. And it's a bit more extreme on my left mouse button. But yeah, when I press it down, I do get a bit of play. And I mean, like you would expect a bit higher quality on a $170 mouse. But in real use, it's been perfectly fine. In the full review, in like a week, I'll update on if this has gotten worse. But for me, the clicks have been absolutely perfect in use. They feel very similar to the 50Ms, but the only thing I would say is they have a bit more like tactility and it feels like the travel distance is farther. Shape, I'm so happy I don't have to talk about it. G Pro Wireless potato shape. Everybody basically knows how this feels. Most people watching this video have either tried a G Pro Wireless or a fucking Hottie or a Mirror M at some point. So it's like the safest shape on the fucking planet. For me, it works for claw and fingertip perfectly fine. However, I've found myself enjoying claw on this mouse a bit more. And like, this is not a fucking Burst Pro. It's not an XM1. It's not like a god shape designed for claw, but it is completely functional. And when you add everything else to the equation, like all of the features, the fucking perfect wireless, these new insane feet, like I don't know, this mouse is fucking nuts. The 60 grams, that's obviously the biggest change. You really can't put into words how light this mouse feels. Just having 60-gram wireless with actually good stock feet, it's definitely something that's nice to see. Once again, it is a shame how expensive this fucking mouse is, though. But I'm just going to do a spin test. This is on the Glorious Fire, so it's a Fnatic Dash clone. Really not the fastest pad. And you can see, my mouse is spinning like a fucking spinning top. And this is my Hottie S for comparison with core pads on it. So I don't know what's going on with these feet. But something about them has made them so much fucking faster than anything I've used before. They're pretty thin as well. Like, they're not as thin as, like, some feet. But they're not particularly thick. But, man, they're just fucking fast. I opted to put the PTFE puck on. You can obviously not do this if you want. And I found that on slower pads, I actually do prefer it without the PTFE puck. I feel like it causes a bit more friction. But these mouse feet, I was skeptical of the fucking top mouse foot. But, I mean, it just feels like basically the entire bottom of your mouse is PTFE, and that's just something that I appreciate now. I didn't know I would like it before, but now it's like a super buttery, super fast glide. And it goes against what I thought, because people said, like, you want less surface area to have a better glide, but this is, like, the most enjoyable glide I've ever felt. However, it is possible that maybe these feet need to break in and they'll get a bit slower after they break in. Apparently, that's what happened with the old G Pro Wireless, but I just haven't had the mouse long enough to really know yet. But like I said, the glide I've experienced so far has been fucking nuts. Also, on the right-hand side, you can see, like, where the mold, I guess, for the side buttons was. And I thought this was going to cause me an issue, but it really doesn't. Like, even when I play fingertip and, like, my finger basically is right on top of it, I still can't feel it. So it's like more visual than it is physical, if that makes sense. Also, next thing to talk about is the coding, because I figured this was going to be the same and I was going to be disappointed, but it seems to be a bit updated. It has like a bit of rubberiness in it. Like, you guys know how the fucking XM1 coding feels? It kind of feels like a slightly watered down version of that, but a major improvement compared to the fucking sweat magnet coding of the stock G Pro Wireless. So major improvement there. Big fan. And another thing to mention is that there's no DPI button on the mouse whatsoever, so if you want to change anything, you got to go into the software. Also, there's no RGB on the mouse, and I really just feel like RGB would have worked really fucking well on the logo. Don't be a retard and be like, oh, but wait, like it would have weighed like fucking 0.2 grams. Get over yourself. And really, like, that goes over most, I feel like that sums up most of the features. Also, the wireless technology is like fucking, I don't even know. It feels like almost improved, if that even makes sense. This mouse just feels so fucking snappy. I've used like 40 mice in the past year, and like the moment I put this mouse in my hand, it just felt so nice. It felt natural because it's such a neutral shape. You can grip it however the fuck you want. You're not like being forced into anything. Like, even if I'm gonna do it, you could palm grip this. I can't believe I did that. And this is just one of those mice that ever from the moment I fucking picked it up, I knew I was gonna love it. And right once I started playing with it, it just felt like a fucking magical psychedelic experience. I'll leave some gameplay at the end from a few Crunker games I played. But I mean, that doesn't do this mouse justice. Fucking the fact that Logitech was able to get it down to 60 grams while maintaining the quality and like making other improvements as well, it's impressive. And I am one of those people who truly could not care less what fucking USB connector it uses, dude. It's a fucking wireless mouse. Why is that like even like somebody's top 15 priority? And just because you guys are uncultured as fuck, you don't appreciate the fact that you can reuse a Zebra micro USB cable as the charging cable for the G Pro Wireless. And now I have made a Zebra G Pro Wireless. Too fucking powerful. But there will be more information, a full review, and I really can't explain much since I've had this mouse for like a day, but using it felt so fucking like euphoric. It was a blissful experience. But yeah, I wish this mouse wasn't $150. That's definitely a fucking stinger. But for all things considered, you're paying the price for a fucking insane mouse. And of course, there are other options that cost nowhere near as much and are nearly as good. But this is just one of the most well-rounded mice I have ever used. Also, I thought the feet were gray at first. Apparently, they only look like that because the back of the mouse is black. But yeah, that's going to be all. I'll leave you with some gameplay. Thank you for watching. Can't believe fucking Shoot Me Andy's going to get the bald man on the podcast.
I know, it's insane. It's
Comparison between what?
the Rode NT1 and the Neumann TLM 103. I'm gonna listen to one verse to SM7B. Oh, there's one of every single microphone. These guys have so many microphones. Holy shit. Look at this comparison. I'll probably get that SM7B. Dude. Sennheiser one is overpriced, $1,000 fucking shocking.
I'm getting butterflies like what the hell? When I'm still feeling right all by myself. You never